ordering 2 ice creams.
Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
I am really excited about today.
Where are we going?
So today we are headed to Beaches and Cream. Now I really have honestly not ever thought of this as a place to go and have actual food.
It's weird that this is going to be a table service dining review. It just doesn't feel like a table service restaurant.
We have eaten here in the past.
We've been here before. We've never eaten actual meals here.
But the only thing we've ever gotten was the kitchen sink, which if you don't know,
it's amazing.
Is incredible. It is 8 scoops of ice cream and every topping in the whole place.
And an entire can of whipped cream. I will try to insert some pictures right here, but we went here, like the 4 of us could not finish it, and that was our dinner that night on a vacation.
It was incredible and super fun. Definitely a fun thing to do
really
with your family.
Reasonable, actually. I think it's like $35.
Yeah. So you still need a dining reservation to do the kitchen sink as well. But so today we're going to actually do lunch.
So we need to talk about this because it is a traditional soda shop. It is at the Beach Club on the Boardwalk of just right behind Epcot. And it's a fantastic location. The Boardwalk is fantastic to just walk around, but it is a destination for ice cream. It is a classic soda shop and soda fountain shop, and so I feel like we have to get ice cream there.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Because there's not a bar in there. They do have beer and wine and stuff, and they do have like hard like shakes, like so you can get a root beers float with not your grandfather's
not
root
your
beer,
father's
not your
root beer.
father's whatever.
I feel like if we did that, it's just going to fill us up for the food.
I don't want to do that.
So, because that's just more ice cream. So I'm thinking that it's going to be a little bit different of a review in that we probably won't have any adult beverages. We'll probably do they don't have starters. They essentially have sandwiches. So
yeah, it's burgers and sandwiches. They do have sides of like french fries, onion rings, tater tots with different toppings, and then they have ice cream.
Yeah.
So I feel like we got to try the food to at least review the food, as we've never had the food before. Yep. So I don't know. We'll figure out how we're going to do this, but I almost think we should like split like one food dish and then each get a separate like ice cream. Because that's what you go here for. You go here for the over the top ice cream. They have over the top shakes. They have like fantastic desserts, like different sundaes. I mean, the kitchen sink is like the ultimate, but we're not going to do that. No. But we get like a banana split and a sundae or something like that, and maybe review that.
Yeah, I think that sounds fantastic. So maybe we'll get their top 2 most popular ice cream things outside of the kitchen sink. I'm not wearing my stretchy pants today, so that won't work. And get like one like entree to share.
Okay, well, I haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so we just got sat at Beaches and Cream, and we're kind of in the middle of the whole area. So the last time we were here, this was a much smaller footprint. Like they have expanded pretty significantly since the last time we were at this location. So you can actually see the like whole kitchen area, and then there's tons of tables inside. So we are like right smack dab in the middle. She said that the Reuben was by far the most popular sandwich, but her favorite was the French dip because it was leaner. But I think we're going with the Reuben.
All right, so it is really loud in here. Like there's hard surfaces everywhere. Nothing soaks up sound. So we are at this tiny little table, and like I can reach out and touch Leslie, and there's nowhere else to put the camera. So hopefully this works. But yeah, we ordered the Reuben, and she said the tater tots were extremely crispy and her favorite. So we went with tots.
So we talked about the kitchen sink earlier and how amazing it is. With how big it is and everything, it looks like it's actually in a kitchen sink, and it comes along with a little show.
8 scoops of ice cream, all the toppings in the house, and a whole can of whipped cream.
Oh, and
that's right. can, and my friends over here got that.
So whenever somebody orders it, the lights go off and there's like lights in the air and she makes a big announcement and everybody cheers and she says a whole can of whipped cream and you say the whole can. It's just a super fun.
All right, so I do need to try the tater tots because I do love a super crispy tot. Oh yeah, that's crispy. It looks fabulous. That is just a clean classic Reuben. Really good flavors, very, very fresh. Yeah, it's well done. What are you doing over there?
I snuck a tot. We decided that since we shared a sandwich, we were going to get 2 ice creams because we felt like that was only right to like adequately evaluate the food, right? So she said absolutely the best option is the No Way Jose, which is a peanut butter and hot fudge delight featuring chocolate and vanilla ice cream, peanut butter and chocolate morsels, whipped cream, and a cherry. And then she said the next favorites are either the mudslide or the Snickers sundae, which I was already eyeing that Snickers sundae. So that one is 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream smothered in hot fudge, marshmallow topping, and Snickers pieces topped with whipped cream, chopped peanuts, and a cherry.
What did you do?
They're a little larger than I was anticipating.
This is the Snickers. I didn't get any Snickers. There's no way we're gonna eat all this, but it is so good.
We failed miserably. We've got about half of the No Way Jose gone and about a quarter of the Snickers sundae. They were amazing, but I cannot put any more ice cream inside my belly. So good.
That was a lot of ice cream.
That was a lot of ice cream.
We didn't even make a dent.
What were we thinking ordering 2 ice creams?
I will say, this is a fantastic place
Yes.
to go if you want to have a reasonably priced table service meal. But before we get into that, if you need help planning your next magical vacation, please reach out to us. We are available personally, Dana and Leslie at addictedthemouse.com, or you can reach out to one of our fantastical agents over at Fantastical Vacations, a concierge travel agency specializing in Disney, Universal, all cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts. Thank you so much to those of you that have supported our small business.
Yes, absolutely. And make sure that if you enjoy our videos, that you are checking out our podcast as well. So we actually publish that twice a week on Sundays and Wednesdays, and we talk all about Disney, Universal, travel, moving to Orlando, all the fun stuff. We didn't have drinks. We did decide that we were not going to do any adult beverages because they basically just have like normal fare.
This is not your typical sit-down table
No.
service restaurant at Disney World. You do need advanced dining reservations, and they are actually pretty hard to come by. Probably mainly because the space is very, very small. They went through a renovation and expansion a couple years ago, a little bit before.
So it's much larger than it was the last time we were there, but it is still small.
Still small. So ambiance and theming, we are gonna separate these for this particular review. So let's start with theming. The theming is fabulous.
Yes.
From the pictures on the wall with all of the Fab Five in their beach attire, you got Donald like eating his ice cream that's falling on the ground, and you know Goofy and Mickey, and it's just so
One of my
good.
favorites was Donald. It was like looking at the backside of Donald, Huey, Dewey, and Louie sitting at the ice cream counter with their little milkshakes, and they were all like cheersing. It was so cute.
It's a great location. It is right adjacent to the best pool on property. So Stormalong Bay right there is amazing. Like you have to have a wristband to even get into that pool. So you'll definitely want to stay at Beach Club or Yacht Club if you want to try out the pool. So we gave that a 4. The ambiance, however, has to take a hit because it is really loud in that restaurant, really loud, and the tables are really cramped together. So it's just not the most comfortable environment to be in. We had this tiny, and granted we had a tripod with a camera, and so we usually try to get a 4-top, but we just couldn't because the spaces are so small.
Right. The volume of like talking and kids screaming and all of that. Like it was very loud. I at one point mentioned, because they have this really cool jukebox, that I said I wish that the music was louder so I could hear it, because you can't hear any of the music. But he said, I don't think I could handle any more noise.
There's no soft goods in there to absorb any sound. So
Yeah.
like in typical restaurants, like you have some sort of fabric to
Right.
absorb sound, either like fabric panels on the ceiling or drapes or carpet, rugs. And there's no sort of lobby that separates outside from inside. So you open the doors and you just walk right in. And so you can hear people outside, and it's just like, meh.
With all that said, we gave ambiance a 3. Just because it's overstimulating, it's very loud. It just, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So if you combine ambiance and theming together, so that category gets like a 3.5.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Moving on to service. The waitresses, and there were waiters there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Servers.
The servers around us were waitresses, so they were very nice. Ours in particular, she was nice. She didn't go over the top in any sort of way, but I think that has a lot to do with, I think they tried to turn these tables over very, very quickly. Like our food came out quick, so that was
Yeah.
good. But I think they're just trying to rush people in and out because it is so small and there is a lot of demand for this. Side note, you can order, if you don't have a reservation, you can order like ice cream to go. There is a to-go window that you can order from. You can get ice cream if you want to. You just can't go into the restaurant to do it. You got to go to the outside window.
Yeah.
That being said, I think, so we gave the service a 3.5.
Yeah. I mean, and keep in mind, remember, we're going on the mindset that a 3 is average. So she was above average, but nothing like, spectacular, over the top. Last but not least, the food, which was very, very good.
Yes, it was.
And we bounced around on this scoring for a while, because I think instinctually we wanted to rate it even higher than we did. However, it's not anything unique.
Yeah.
And so that kind of added into our consideration for the scoring.
I mean, a Reuben is pastrami with rye bread, Thousand Island dressing,
Sauerkraut.
cheese and sauerkraut. How hard is that?
Yeah.
The tater tots were awesome. Tater tots.
Really good.
But they just fried them a little longer to make them crunchy. I mean, they're tater tots,
Yeah.
right? And then the ice cream was good, but you're just scooping ice cream. So how high can we give them for? It's very, very simple, but it's done very, very well. So it's
Yes.
definitely above average, but I mean, it's not like gourmet cuisine that we're raving about, right? So,
Right. And that's where we kind of fell with, and all of their sandwiches are, well, granted we haven't tried them all, but it's a burger, it's a French dip, it's all pretty simple things that I don't think anything was overly unique in that. So we did give it above average, but we went with a 3.5 on that one as well. So overall,
No, it's 3.5. Almost gave it a 4. And I don't think we can rate the food a 4 just because it's so simple. There's nothing, and it's supposed to be.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. It's not
Exactly.
supposed to be anything but in that. But then again, I don't think it can compete with 5-star restaurants or 3 diamond restaurant, whatever the diamond system is. I don't know. You just can't compete because it's a diner, and it's a diner.
But I mean, it was fantastic food, and it's a great option. And I will tell you, super cheap. So, I mean, the sandwich and the tater tots were huge. We would have been totally comfortable and probably should have just ordered 1 sandwich with the tater tots to share and 1 ice cream. And I mean, and then it would have been incredibly reasonable.
We got a 10% discount because we are annual pass holders, and then I gave her a little bit of an above average tip, and it was $48 out the door, which was by far the cheapest dining review we've done so far. But again, no drinks, no appetizers, it's just what it is. So I think it's a great option, especially if you're staying in the Boardwalk area. Definitely check it out. Don't wait till the last minute because this one is popular. It is not something that you can just grab last minute. So.
Yep, absolutely. Oh,
shall we go roll ourselves onto the patio?
I think so.
All right. We will see you on the next video.